Okay, so hints on drawing cartoons. Are you ready to have the secret just spilled to you? Let's do it. Cartoons, caricatures, and comic strips all have one thing in common: expression. So that's where we'll start. Simple dots can say heaps in cartoons, like this dot 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 dot. They are just dots, but add a line or two and they can be angry, worried, pensive, looking right, looking left, stunned, suspicious, tired, bored, evil. See how many more variations you can come up with. The dot can also say a lot when popped inside a circle or an egg shape. Then, when you add the lines we used before, they become very talkative, don't they? Now you know the basics of cartoon expression. You can use them on heads. These can be any shape or size you want them to be. Um, we'll take a couple of those weird shapes and add dots and add the dots and the circles. You can see we have the base for some fun faces. Oops, knocked it back. Okay. The mouth is equally as important as the character's expression as the eyes. Oh, sorry, the mouth is equally important to the character's expression as the eyes. Um, the mood of a character and therefore the eyes usually determine the type of mouth that should go with them. By matching unlikely pairs, you can end up with a character in quite a different mood. Take our angry sketch as an example. So that's the angry face there, and then you like just change the mouths on it, and it can sort of look slightly different. So, and that's just with the frowny eyes. Experiment with various combinations and see what you can invent. Pretty cool. Noses, eyes, eyebrows, and hair come in an endless variety and are easy to add. By using the original shape but putting the features to left or right, we get a side on view, a profile of the character. Yeah, see? Sideways. As they do in reality, cartoon bodies also come in all shapes and sizes. Once you've decided on the one you like, pop on the head, with or without neck. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he looks quite stocky, that one there, and then like obviously he looks taller there. The neck just does that little bit much more. So, um, where you put your character's arms and legs depends on whether you want it standing tall, moving quickly, moving very quickly, or very slowly, or jumping, or flying, or throwing, or whatever. Note: there are a few cliches and cartooning tricks that will help you give the expression that your character is moving. I'll mention these later on. Oops. Get my finger out of the way there. When it comes to finishing or dressing up your character, the choices are unlimited. Your original your original cartoon character able to uh, should be able to be adapted to any age, sex, or costume with the minimum of fuss. Yeah, there's it's the same kind of shape ish, but yeah, different sex, different clothing. Pretty cool. Yeah, different expressions. Hands are a very important part of a cartoon character. Whenever possible, they should add to the action of the drawing rather than hang limply down the side of the character's body. There are times you may want that feeling from a cartoon, but generally, doing hands are better than dead hands. The types of hands cartoonists draw can range from being almost lifelike to squiggles on the end of an arm. Um, some cartoonists and most animators find a character looks better and is easier to draw with only three fingers and a thumb. Um, all can be equally effective if used in the right circumstances. Drawing nails and hand creases can clutter up a cartoon, but don't let that stop you if you like the effect. Note, if you have trouble with hands, you can always put them in the character's pockets or behind its back until you are confident in drawing them. Flick over to page 35 and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty habit to get into, but you could always do that if you're beginning, I suppose. Feet and shoes. As with hands, almost anything goes. Draw the type you feel comfortable with and try to make them more than something dangling off or stuck onto your character's ankles. Those shoes look quite cool actually. So yeah, and now we're up to style. So we will call it quits for now and we'll continue.